If someone goes to Google and searches for a business like yours in your location, you need to dominate the search results if you want to be the business that gets the clicks, enquiries and customers. Let's walk through an example. If I go to Google and search for landscape gardener in Leeds and scroll to the map pack, you need to be like First Light Landscaping Limited and show here in the top few businesses for this category. These businesses get the majority of the clicks. Then when someone clicks through to see more businesses, you'll also show high here on the maps view, where again the top few businesses get most of the clicks. So how do you dominate in your niche so you get the customers instead of your competitors? Well, the best tactic is to make sure you beat your competition. Quite simply, if you do more than them, Google are highly likely to give preference to your business over your competitors. If you get more reviews than them, make Google post more regularly than them, add more photos and videos than them, and keep your profile fully up to date, you'll be rewarded by Google way more than them with more exposure in search results. All you need to do to achieve this is perform a simple competitor audit and look at some key data points to determine what you need to do to beat your competitors. The data points you need to record are the number of reviews they have, the number of reviews they've got in the last 3 months, the number of photos they have, the number of videos they have, and how many Google posts they've made in the last 3 months. To make this much easier for you, we've created a really useful and completely free download. It's our competitor audit sheet. Not only can you use it to capture these metrics, there are also some calculations made that will tell you what you need to do to be the dominant business in your niche, which is hugely valuable. There's a link in the video description below to where you can download your copy. Right, I'll now show you how to gather the required competitor data. I'm going to use our competitor analysis sheet to show you how to perform your audit, so I do recommend you pause the video and go and download it. But you don't have to. You can just write the information on a piece of paper if you want. So go to Google and search for the thing you do in the place you do it. For example, Web Design Hull. Click through to see more businesses and audit at least the top 3 businesses that show up, but ideally the top 5 or even 10 to get a better idea. Just ignore any that show this little sponsored icon. These businesses are paying to be here by using Google Ads. They aren't ranking high organically, so their profiles might not even be that good. You want to focus on the organic listings that don't show the sponsored icon because they're showing high in the search listings based on the fact that they've got good profiles that are being well managed. So I'll open this profile for Itsy's websites. The first metric to track is the total number of reviews they have. You can see it here. It's the number in brackets, which is 62. So in my competitor audit sheet, I'll write the business name, which is Itsy's websites, and then I'll go to this column and enter 62 in the total review count box. If your competitor has a lot of reviews, it could take you quite a long time to get a higher count than them. So that's why we also record the number of reviews they got in the last 3 months. Having a good number of reviews is important, but recency of reviews is also important. If a competitor has 100 reviews, but they haven't had a new one in over a year, then Google will often favour a business that has more recent reviews, but has a lower review count. Having more reviews than another business does not guarantee that you'll get higher rankings than them. Obviously it helps a lot, but there are loads of factors that determine which business shows highest in the search listings. So click on the review tab, filter by most recent, and literally just scroll down the page and count how many reviews they've received in the last 3 months. I can see the most recent one was 6 months ago, so I'll go back to my competitor audit sheet and enter 0 in the reviews in the last 3 months box right here. The next 2 metrics are the number of photos and videos your competitor has. To find this out, you need to scroll to the top of the profile and click on the picture here to expand the view. Then you need to scroll to the bottom and just count as you go. You don't need to be totally accurate, but looking down this one at a rough estimate, I think they've probably got around 40. So I'll go back to my competitor analysis sheet and record it in here next to the total number of images field. But what you also need to check for in here are any images with this little timer and a play button, because these are short videos that the business owner has added to their profile. It appears that this is the only video they have, so I'll go back to my sheet and record 1 here in this box. The last thing we need to record is the number of Google posts the business owner has made. To do this, click on the Updates tab here. You might find that this tab is missing. If it is, it means there aren't any posts on the profile, so you'd record 0 in the sheet. However, this profile does have an Updates tab, so they've made some Google posts. Looking at the dates, they made this post in the last 3 months. Then the next one is over a year ago in April 2023. So this means they've only made 1 post in the last 3 months. I'll enter 1 in the number of posts in the last 3 months column here in my spreadsheet. And that's it for the first business. Go through as many of your competitors as you can and complete your sheet or write their metrics down. Once you've done this, if you've used our competitor analysis sheet, you'll see this row at the bottom. It'll basically calculate exactly what you need to do to become the dominant business in your niche. You'll see how many reviews you need to get in total, the optimal number of reviews to get per month to beat your competition, the total number of photos and videos you need to add, and how often you should be making Google posts. Once you have this information, it's down to you to implement everything and become the go-to business in your niche on Google Maps. And then when you've done your competitor analysis, watch this video next because it explains one simple concept that can literally transform your Google business profile and your success.